like you're flicking around the TV stations, aren't you? Looking for something, anything to watch just to take your mind off having a big, a long day, lots of things going off, and you just kind of want to clear your head, you know what I'm saying? And you stumble across, of course, a wonderful programme that you all enjoyed watching many years ago. And I've often said this, I don't understand why the big channels, and I think you might agree with me on this, they have so much back catalogue. And I've often said this, and I'm sure you'll all agree with me, I don't understand with the back channels why they've got so much great back catalogue. They don't actually put some of the more popular shows that are not frequently re-shown out and see if you can discover a brand new audience. And what happened was I sort of sat down and thought, wow, this was good fun. Even though, of course, it now looks a little bit, shall we say, well, how can we put it? Times being kind, you know what I mean? The advent of mobile phones, stuff like that, everything moves on. But this particular show was a huge royal favourite, so much so that our late and wonderful monarch, Queen Elizabeth II, didn't actually want the tape sending over in advance. She wanted to watch the show in real time with the rest of the world so that she didn't get any secrets or anything like that. That's how much she and other senior members of the British monarchy loved it. As ever though, there's a few secrets. Let me explain. So rare though, isn't it, to find a TV programme now that you can sit through without any expletives or any embarrassing stuff and think, this was good television. We did used to make really good television, of course. We're talking about the brilliant comedy series To the Manor Born. And The Manor Born was brilliant. I mean, it starred Penelope Keith, Peter Bowles, and a sterling cast, of course, of people around them that made the show really sizzle. It was all about class, one-upmanship, and of course, just the fun things. Who remembers Bravinger? Yes, do you remember the butler? Couldn't do anything right, but she couldn't let him go because he was too old. And of course, she kind of relied on him for friendship, companionship, whatever you want to call it. Now, what was fascinating was I was lucky enough to meet the brilliant actor, Peter Bowles, quite by accident, and then we became friends. We did an interview. I met him actually at the Lyric Theatre in the very heart of London. We were both there for a press night of a play, I can't really remember now, but we ended up getting chatting. And when you really admire and respect an actor and you think, he's brilliant. That's what I thought about Peter. He was one of those people, and you could easily talk to him just like an old friend. That was the beauty of him. Anyway, we ended up getting chatting, and he told me quite a lot of secrets, and in particular with the interview. Don't worry, they're not negative, but it's just fun to know. When they first started, To the Manor Born, the BBC didn't see it as a hit. They thought, well, Penelope Keith had been very popular in The Good Life, but this was a radical new snobbish role, and they were unsure in the climate of the late 70s, particularly with the Labour government, whether this would resonate with the audience. You get the picture. Now, where it gets really fascinating is, and I just find this wonderful, because Peter said he didn't actually make that much money from To the Manor Born, simply because the fees weren't that great then for situation comedies. And apparently, according to him, Penelope Keith actually made more money appearing literally for a couple of days' work, filming a very special ad for Parker Pens, literally as an advertising campaign. And when you think about it, it's true, isn't it? She probably picked up thousands for that, literally for the whole series, not even scratching it. But Peter told me that actually what came down the line after the first series was the British monarchy loved it. And that was the power then of them, because the BBC thought, well, if the Queen likes it, maybe we should make some more. It didn't do spectacularly well in the first outing of the ratings, you see what I mean? Things were allowed to build then, weren't they? Now, apparently there were rumours that Her Majesty the Queen, or indeed Princess Margaret, who also adored the show, may pop down to the set. And this sort of thing mounted up. But what Peter did let slip, you see, was that normally Buckingham Palace, right, could have access to anything that they wanted in advance, anything the BBC were making, particularly reoccurring shows, if they wanted to watch them at Christmas. But apparently Her Majesty the Queen said, no, that wouldn't be necessary. She absolutely adored the show, but wanted to settle down and watch it, as they say in today's terms, in real time, along with everybody else. And so Her Majesty the Queen found out exactly what happened to Peter Bowles and Penelope Keith's character. Would they, wouldn't they? The hot romance and all of that sort of stuff, and the fact that she was chucked out into the corner of the room. Apparently, Her Majesty the Queen said she loved the love story attached to it. She thought Penelope Keith was a brilliant actress and did send a congratulatory note to the cast, including Peter Bowles, which he said he cherished literally with such delight. It's lovely, isn't it, to find these gems about things that we've all adored, the programmes that we've all enjoyed watching, and the memories things just literally by one single repeat. Now, did you enjoy To the Manor Born? And more importantly, would you watch it again if it was all shown in a full series? It's literally just been shown sporadically over here on a little known channel called BBC4 on the BBC, but still proving ratings hit. Strange, isn't it, how they don't look in their vaults to find other things that you and I might actually think the licence fee is worth paying for. Finally, did you enjoy To the Manor Born? Do let me know, like, comment, share. As ever, thank you so much for watching. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.